Now, cars, from the moment you come out that lot, that should depreciate damn near 40%. So
Facts.
I saw that car. I said, ooh. I said, Pain, I don't know. He said, know these niggas. I said, yeah, you are. You know me too. They gotta give it to you, boy. He was everybody.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods XY BigZoe. Back in the building, man. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I don't know what you're waiting for at this point. You should be subscribed to the channel. With that said, let's get to this video, man. In this video, I wanted to talk about Akon. Say what you want about Akon, legend in the game, locked up, brought you plenty of artists out there. A lot of these artists' careers that y'all didn't even know. Akon is an innovator. He's definitely one of them ones, man. So shout out to Akon, man. And in this interview with BagFuel, he talks about T-Pain and his past financial troubles. If you didn't know, T-Pain has some financial issues and he was going through some stuff.
Evan, what's the most you ever had in the bank at one time?
40 million.
Jesus Christ, T-Pain. How do you have a hairline?
Yeah,
$40 million to zero?
Yeah.
And it was just all bad spending? No bad investments? Like, what was it?
It was a lot of bad investments.
But obviously he's okay now. T-Pain is doing other things these days, man. T-Pain is streaming. He's doing all types of other stuff, man. There's other avenues for people to make money, and T-Pain is taking advantage of that, man. So let's see what Akon had to say about it, man. We're going to talk about it real quick. Shout out to Akon, man, one time. And shout out to them boys at BagFuel, man. Let's get it.
When he was going through his money issues, did he reach out to you to get advice? Because he's been...
Or the boss of money.
He sent the voicemail.
Yeah, oh yeah, wow.
Sending a voicemail is crazy.
Never. I would never send.
He's been open about it, you know.
Yeah, I would never send T-Pain to motherfucking voicemail. Not especially if I know he need me. No, but with Pain, it was a little different because Pain had got to a certain level of his career where he was competing with me too.
Interesting.
Right? So we would have real conversations. I'd be like, yeah, Pain, I don't think you need to buy that car. I was a car collector. I had over 30 cars, like literally.
Illegally?
No,
before.
Yeah, before.
Hey, listen, if you don't know where that joke comes from, it has been said that before the singing, before the music thing, Akon had them cars that really ain't belong to him, if you see what I'm saying.
Then I got hip to the car theft stuff. And one of my homies came, he's like, yo, man, you know, you should get into this. This is some good money in it. And I was like, well, how much you making? He said, man, shit, I'm making like $40,000, $50,000 a week. And at that time, I was like, what? I said, but what do you do? He said, no, we just jack these cars, toss them to my man. He gets himself off with a pop. Good. All we gotta do is get the cars and bring it in. That's it. Pop and deliver. Done. And they give you $10,000 a joint. And I was like, nigga, let's do it.
Allegedly. But that's where the joke is coming from. So in case you didn't know.
I think that was another reason why I was so obsessed with cars.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, I was actually able to afford it. And it felt good to know that I could ride down, the papers are clean, like, nigga, what, pull me over, here you go, you know? Like, nigga, go ahead, check, right? So that was already an obsession, but.
That is a great feeling, I'm not gonna lie. When you be riding dirty for so long, you know, and your shit ain't legit, and you finally get to that point where you can actually like ride with some legit papers and don't gotta hide shit. Like, you don't gotta hide no shit no more. You don't gotta worry about being stopped. Just knowing that if you get stopped, all your shit gonna be legit. That shit is a different feeling, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's some real shit. That's a definitely different feeling.
I noticed that every time I bought a car, Pain would come and try to outdo it. Then he pulled up on me in a Bugatti. I said, nigga. At that time, the car was like 1.7 million. Now you get a Bugatti for about 3 million. It's like double the cost now. But at that time, even that was unheard of.
For sure.
Like 1.7, I said, damn. First of all, I would never make a decision like that. If I'm gonna spend 1.7 on any vehicle, it's gonna be a jet or a boat. Because boats, they stay on the water, they make you money, docking fees are low, you can rent it out, it comes back.
Listen, man, Akon giving the game. That's one thing I'm gonna say, he giving the game. If you really hear what he's saying, it makes sense. Now, obviously, everybody can't just jump up and go buy a boat.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm sailing on a boat.
Everybody can't jump up and go buy a jet. But what he's saying is facts. You know, boats primarily, you can use those again and again. They sit on the water. With boats, they hold their value a lot better, way better than cars do. So I definitely feel him on this. Now, the jet shit, I know nothing about the jets, but I'm assuming that a jet holds its value for a very, very, very long time, bro. And you could continuously use those, charter a jet out, make money off of it. So the basis is basically making money off of some shit that you own. That's the key right there.
And if you sell it, you get double the price, right? It's almost like owning a house.
A house, yeah.
Now, cars, from the moment you come out that lot, that should depreciate damn near 40%. So
Facts.
I saw that car, I said, ooh. I said, Pain, I don't know. He said, nigga, I'm shitting on these niggas. I said, yeah, you are. You shitting on me too, nigga. I gotta give it to you, boy. Nigga, he was shitting on everybody.
Yo.
Akon had the gas station in his house.
At that time, right.
What?
He had a gas station in his house.
But you had a BP in your house?
Yeah, no, it was,
Oh, you're a real African,
No,
bro.
no, because you know, a lot of people didn't know that energy was my first source of income. Music was always a vehicle to get to the money. I was using music as a way to walk in the doors that, you know, normal niggas wouldn't be able to walk into.
Like, why did you want to take that to the level that you're taking it to?
I think it got to the point where money wasn't the object no more. You know, I think in the beginning, your first, you know, motivation is to get rich. Then once you get rich, you start hanging around other rich people. Then when you start hanging around people that actually know how to manage money properly, you realize that after you get to a certain amount of dollars, you really can't never, ever go broke if it's managed properly.
If it's managed properly.
You understand what I'm saying? Because money
Big time game right there. That man said you cannot really go broke if your shit is managed properly. That's big time game right there. That's 100% facts. A lot of people don't understand, like, when you getting bread, when you getting money, man, it's so easy for you to turn around and be like, you know what? Let me go spend it on this because I deserve this and I deserve that. You got to properly manage your money. I think I said this in another video where a lot of people don't understand what it is to have money. A lot of people think they know what to do with money if they ever got it until they actually get it and don't know what the fuck to do with it. It be like that, man. So if you don't know how to properly manage your shit, you could lose that shit as fast as you got it, bro. You know? So you always got to treat them dollars like you ain't got no more coming in. Find out how to flip that, double that, whatever you got to do, bro, to sustain it. Make your money, make money, man. I'm just saying. Jim's right here. He giving them.
money itself creates money. Like, let's just say hypothetically you had $10 million. Just
Crazy hypothetical. Insane hypothetical, by the way, but crazy hypothetical, but carry on, my guy.
3% on that $10 million just for sitting it in a basic CD.
Yes.
A basic CD at Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Truist is gonna be like 3%. Nigga, you getting 3% of $10 million every month. You can live off just that 3% forever. And as the interest rates get higher, that 3% gets larger. With 10 million in the bank, you never even have to touch that 10 million. You can
So I'm gonna say one thing though. I think he said monthly making off a CD. I don't think that's correct. I think you make it off of it annually. Still you making bread. But I just want to throw that out
go
there.
against, you can go to the bank, lend against that 10 million, and whatever you, let's say, okay, I want to borrow 10 million off the 10 million already sitting in there. I got $10 million that I just borrowed from the bank. This is my money over here, liquid cash that I ain't never got to touch. And I take this 10 million and I go fuck it up. Guess what's gonna happen? I just gonna have bad credit.
Yo, shout out to Akon, man. Yo, listen, he ain't lying, bro. He telling the truth. Like, that's literally what you gonna have. But when you really put the risk together, right, and you look at the risk, it might be worth it, dog. Like, you don't gotta risk your $10 million. All you gotta do is, you know, basically your $10 million is there. You just got bad credit now, bro. You can't borrow another, whatever. They gonna hound you. They gonna call you, do all that type of shit. But you just gonna have bad credit. I mean, it sounds snaky. It sounds, you know, I don't suggest that you ever borrow some shit that you know you can't pay back. But a lot of people borrow because they either have an idea or they trying to do something. And sometimes, you know, that something gets fucked up and it don't work out the way you want it to work out. It be like that, man.
Credit fucked up. They calling you every day.
Yeah, dang.
Right.
Are you gonna make a minimum payment?
Right. But guess what? That 10 million still sitting over there. Now,
Because that's business credit. They can't take it personal
at the
money
end of
from
the
the
day,
business
and
credit.
then you probably get smart like the white boys file bankruptcy. Now that
Yeah,
money
that
goes in the
money
wind.
that
You
back.
ain't never got to worry about it no more.
And circle
then you
right back
build your
up.
credit up 5 more years and borrow more money. So it's a cycle. Like, this is why rich people never ever go broke, because they utilize the system. They know how to maximize the insurance
Yeah.
of funding. Like, Clue, let's say hypothetically you got $10 million, and I'm gonna use 10 million real frequently. No,
Not like it's nothing. We just gonna talk
bro,
about 10 million.
But if this nigga Clue go through his numbers right now, how much money he spent in the last 10 years, it's more than $10 million. The problem is when we spend, we don't count it, because all that shit that's adding up, we don't think about it because it's just little paper here and there. I never thought about it until I started doing taxes and started paying attention to how many taxes I was actually paying. I was like, nigga, I couldn't believe how much money I was actually making. Let's say hypothetically, you got $10 million and you insure yourself to be worth $10 million. You put a $10 million policy on yourself, and God forbid, the worst rap story happens and you're not here to join us no more. Not only will you have the money that you got in your bank at $10 million, but you also get another $10 million that will be paid through whoever your funding family is, through whatever trust you set up to keep your family going. And you do that with all your kids and all your family members. So that means if anything happened to any one of them,
we get money.
their value don't change. Their value actually doubles
because
to
it
keep the
goes
family
up.
rolling.
That's what the Rockefellers did.
Bing, bing, bing.
Set the trust up, borrow money against the trust.
Right.
And,
But
and
black
keep it
people
rolling.
don't understand trust. I set up a trust. That's set up a trust for my father.
Yo, that's facts. We don't understand trust at all. They be like, trust who? I'm making this money right now. You try to tell me to go trust this guy over here? Nah, sir, man. I don't trust that shit. That's how we be, man. Facts.
And my father thought we was trying to trick him out of something. He's like, I never heard this. I said, yo, bro, I don't trust the trust. Who does that? That's when you are financially not literate at all. My father's a country dude that believes in work and save.
There you
Work and save, and that's it. So when you bring new shit to him, like, yo, bro, that will is trash. If you really don't
It means
want the
nothing
white
at the end of
people
the
to
day.
get your property, and you don't want me to have to fight for the land, you have to put this thing in a trust, homeboy, and pay for the trust.
Yeah.
And when it came finally to fucking sign it, she's calling me for 3 weeks, yo, your father's not picking up the phone. Something's wrong.
He's like, I don't trust
He's like, no, I don't trust the trust. I'm not fucking with him.
Oh, man.
No, do you ever think about, like, damn, like, look at, like, I never imagined all these fucking zeros, and I didn't think that my life would take me to where it's taking me?
Every
You're
day.
legitimately famous.
Every day, bro.
You know, and people can never conceptualize that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you worked for that.
Yeah, that's just a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I believe that God gives us all specific talents. And the moment you understand what that talent is,
Yeah.
and you know how does this talent work with whatever my purpose is? And I think the part that we always miss is that purpose, right? So everybody get rich and famous, then the first thing they do is celebrate themselves for it. They want to ball out, da-da-da-da. But no one takes the time to say, damn, God gave me this for a reason. He put me in this position for a reason. What is that? Because the moment you tap into that, what you think you're celebrating for now is nothing compared to what's to come to you.
Oh, my bad.
So while you thinking you got billions or millions, and you like, man, I'm the richest nigga in the hood or the richest niggas in whatever sector you in, that's no riches compared to what you really will attract if you just focus on what that purpose is.
Shout out to Akon, man. Akon, like I told y'all, man, Akon definitely a staple in the game, definitely a legend in the game, giving out good game, man. That's good game right there, man. Started that thing talking about tpain financial issues, only to get some great game on financial advice, man. Obviously, when you have celebrities, people that have made the money already, it's very easy for them to say stuff like this, right? It's super easy for them to be like, take 10 milli, man, put it in the trust, and then borrow against the trust. And then, listen, this is the problem. When we look at people like this, we see these people at the finish line. It's all about the process, right? You know that you can put 10 milli in a trust, you could do that, but you gotta focus on the path to get there. Even if you don't get to 10 milli, how do you get to 1,000? Start there. How do you get to 5,000? Start there. How do you get to 100? How you get to 200? How you get to 500,000? You have to know your place, know your role, and do what you can do to get to wherever you get to. You might not ever reach a milli, but you could probably reach 500. Even if you're not gonna reach 500, you could probably reach 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you don't know until you try. Like even with people who are content creators, people who make music, people who are into art, you don't know how people will accept you and how you could do a certain thing, a certain talent that you have until you try. You gotta try. People that keep going, that's what separates the people who make it and the people who don't, man. But shout out to Akon for giving that free game, man. Obviously, you know, financial literacy is something that, you know, in the black community specifically was kind of ignored a little bit. I mean, and you know, a lot of people don't know how to spend their money, man. Everybody's about the flashy thing. What's gonna make me look like I'm killing it right now, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. You know, things like that are things that sometimes we focus on, which we shouldn't, but we do because we like to look flashy. We like to look our best. Like a lot of us want to look like the money that we want to get instead of getting the money and looking like what we got. You feel me? Like, hold on, man. Give me a bomb for that one, man. Give me a bomb for that, Rondo. Look at your boy Cuz out here giving advice. Sounding like Akon. I'm just saying, man. Shout out to Akon doing this thing, man. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about what he said. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the tips that he gave. How do y'all feel about financial literacy in the black community? If you did not subscribe to the channel, I got a couple things to say to your ass. I'm joking. You can do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Subscribe, though. No, seriously, subscribe. Nah, stop. Bruh, hit the motherfucking subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, nigga. Don't.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.